Lidar, light detection and ranging, is a remote sensing technology that is used to measure appropriate distances. Lidar uses lasers to measure the elevations like ground, forest, and apartments. Lidar uses ultraviolet, visible, and nearly infrared source of laser to sense the object. Light energy leaked by the Lidar system is known as pulse. Light reflected by the surface or the object is known as return. This means that the Lidar system sends a pulse of light and it waits for the pulse to return. It measures how long it takes for the released pulses to return back to the sensor. At last, it gets a variable distance of the object. In fact, this is how Lidar got its name: light detection and ranging. Like the sonar uses the sound waves to map things, the radar uses radio waves. Lidar, on the other hand, uses light sent out from a laser. A Lidar unit scans the ground from side to side as the plane flies. Thus, it covers a larger area. Some pulses directly are at a straight line. Most pulses roam around an angle. We use different ways to collect data using Lidar. One of the ways to collect data is with the help of satellites. We can also collect it with the cameras on the ground or the drones or planes in the air. There are four parts of an airborne LiDAR. LiDAR sensors scan the ground from side to side with a pulse laser beam as the plane flies. GPS receivers track the elevations and locations of the plane. Internal Measurement Unit (IMU) track the direction and speed of the airplane as it flies. Elevation calculation use orientation to accurately determine the actual position of the pulse on the ground. Computers record all the information as the LiDAR scans the surface. Now, let's talk about the modern technology created by LiDAR. Nowadays, modern cars have LiDAR sensors. In most of the cars, we can see the pulses that spread from the base of the car to measure the actual distance on the front display of the car. This LiDAR technology in cars isn't a new one. But Apple launched the LiDAR sensors in their iPad Pro on March 2020 and on their iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max, which is a new one. You guys might be wondering about what LiDAR does or how can it take advantage of it. LiDAR gives us a big hand for capturing more accurate photos using portrait mode. And that is why Apple is now letting us take portrait mode photos with night mode on the 12 Pro. Another advantage of the sensor is being able to accurately measure the size of the objects with the measurement app that comes pre-installed on the mobile. The sensor has a limited range of 5 meters or so we need to be fairly close to the object to take advantage of the sensor. But it does seem a lot more accurate than the measure of the iPhones before this without LiDAR. It is valid to use this app during work for measuring small things. It only takes 3 seconds of yours.